it. And there you have it. Hey everyone, welcome again. I am recording today. If you wish to remain anonymous, please just simply write into the chat. And at the end of the meeting, I'll cut the recording and then you can speak out loud. Thank you everyone for coming. My name is Mr. Russell Corpus. I'm the music director here at Hilltop High School, teaching band, orchestra, and guitar. I welcome you to our band parent meeting, the first of the year, and I cannot wait to show you what we have this year. So I always like to start our meetings up with fantastic accolades that has happened. So this has happened last year. Last year, our color guard, our award-winning color guard had won 3rd place in their division. They have not had an award since 2014. So it is fantastic that we welcome back a color guard. I also like to say last semester, the band won a superior rating in the Olympian Festival. When we go to festivals for spring season, we don't compete for any trophies or compete with other bands. We compete for a rating. In this case, we got a superior. We have not had a superior from our record since 2013. In the past, we've had only excellence. So a big accolade to us. I always love to give special thanks to any parents that have supported and helped us. So this one's a big catch-all. I want to give a special thanks to all parents last year and to those new ones that are watching this video that are joining me today as we plan for something special for you and your child. Currently, we do have 3 people who are helping me and assisting me and who you'll be contacting. We have a president, Cynthia Flores. We have secretary, Melissa Duenas. And then we have treasurer, Sandy Suchi, who this will be your last year, Sandy, if you're going to be watching this. Emmanuel will be graduating. My goodness, the years have flown by. So this is what our topic is for today. We have 4 today. I have a welcome back for you guys. I want to officially just present myself to you, my background, and I want to kind of show what I showed the kids. I want to show you what it means to be in marching band and what our show is. I would like to also present to you how can you help as a parent, how you can help as a parent. We also need to go over finances. We are an organization that, like any sports team, needs funds and money. So I like to share some key details so you can see where we are and how much we do. And then ending the meeting with upcoming events so you can look forward and see what we do and plan it accordingly. So let us begin. Again, my name is Russell Corpus. I am a graduate from San Diego State University. Sing and play all the instruments that they play. Still learning the accordion, an instrument I'm trying to find a teacher for, unsuccessfully, unfortunately, at least not here in the United States. I have taught in elementary, middle, and high school and in college classes, and I am a product of the Sweetwater District. My alma mater is Eastlake High School. So I would like to start just for, this is our recruitment video. Unfortunately, I'm hoping everyone here and the video can hear this. I am hoping everyone here live can also hear what I'm about to do. So let's see if I can do this nice and easy. Please enjoy this recruitment video of last year's show. I think. Right. That was our show. Same double sounds coming out. That was our show last year titled Take Me to Mars, music from Bruno Mars. As you can see, to those who are not new to or who do not know our world of marching band, we create what we call a field show where they perform music, all memorized, and move around in a football field. This is a 3 to 4 month process where they go through training in our after school rehearsals and our Wednesday night practice, and then perform in tournaments. In this particular video, you saw two of them, which was the Bonita Vista tournament, as well as the band pageant, which is where all schools in the district perform. We are planning to go to 3 total tournaments this year to compete for a rating and to hopefully compete to get into our version of championships. This is the goal. We shall see what happens this year. This year, our show is titled, skipped one, The Greatest Showman. So I showed this to the kids, and last semester, we actually had the kids performing and getting ready with the first movement. So it's called The Greatest Showman. It means everything from the movie with Hugh Jackman, Chris Pine, and Zendaya. We want to capture the music and feeling of being in a circus, to take them into the world of The Greatest Showman. We're looking at themes of our usual green color, but also red and white, like the teepee tents, hoops of fire, and just colorful imagery that shows that we're bringing them to a circus. This show is a collaboration between me, a company that creates our show, but it's also a collaboration with you parents. So later on, I will show you that if you are an expert in carpentry, metalwork, or artist in your own right, I may need your help to make this show even more spectacular. But there are goals I give to my kids, and here are my 3 goals. My goals is the kids to have fun. That's first and foremost. It's fun to play music. It's fun to be in a program. It's hard work. It's a lot of hard work. But as you can see, these kids they're all goofy. They're all good kids, and we all strive to have a little fun. My second goal for these kids is for them to understand they need to show their best. Okay, whatever level they may be. Some of you watching this video, you have a beginner, one who's never had an instrument. Fantastic. I welcome them to band, and I hope that they can show me their best, so that way me, as well as their leaders, can assist them so they can continue getting better and better. This is not just for instruments. Some of you, or some of your child, is used to physical activity. Some of them used to marching dots to dots. Some of them not used to dancing. We will help you so long as you show your best. Lastly, this is a nice photo of the entire band. Be better today than you were yesterday. Continuously growing and improving, becoming better and better. This is what I strive for my students to understand, that as long as they continue to have fun and show their best, they are getting stronger and better in whatever they are working on. The motto of all my performing groups is pride in excellence. Pride that they are working hard to fulfill something or to bring out beauty. And look at these kids. As you see in these photos, all of them do this together. Your child is entering a community, a band family, to which they will grow. They will grow together. They will learn to create something beautiful together. And you will see the fruits of their labor. So this is where I move to my next point. Parents, how can you help? Now, we are not technically a booster program. We are simply an organization of parents who want to give the kids the best. So I have 3 little sentences, 3 little mantras to help clarify that. The purpose of us as an organization of parents is to, 1, maintain the welfare of students and their experience in band. Welfare also means mental welfare, their health welfare, as well as their musical educational welfare. All aspects I will need your assistance in, especially if you are all nurses. You're a nurse, we're going to need you. It's been getting hotter and hotter. We're going to need you. The second point is to provide, encourage, seek, and cultivate financial assistance for all band activities. Most of these kids don't have jobs, parents. At least we'll see. Some of you we have juniors or seniors with jobs. However, I would be lying to you that music is expensive. The activities we want to do cost money, and it's not the sole responsibility of one person. It takes a whole community. It takes the cultivation of people outside from businesses to help support us as a band organization. Lastly, number three, foster a community spirit and unity within for all students, alumni, staff, and volunteers in the band program. There is only one way this program will never shut down, and this band has shut down in the past. Back in 2015, it took only one director to close the band, close the booster program, close our checking account, and end it. And it went from a big 120-piece band to a club of 8 in one fell swoop. And as I learned through the history, it means that the director took on too much and the director had too many responsibilities. So I'm going the opposite direction. And the same thing I did with last year, I'm going to ask for your community help. It will take all of your skill, and I want to make sure that we're in this together. Because together we can make something amazing, just like your kids are doing. Together they're making something beautiful. We need to band together as well. I would like to point this last one out. Parents are to support the music director. It is my sole responsibility to lead all aspects and decisions in creating a well-rounded musical education and musical experience for all students. That means, parents, the more you help me in all the logistic, financial, and things that do not pertain to music, the more I can focus on the child's investment into learning their instrument, into having a fun musical moment. That's where I need your help, because as though I wear many hats, I cannot be an expert in all of them. Let me get even more specific. Please take a look at this list. Here's some examples. 1, we need chaperones and volunteers in any event. We are now basically a 60-piece band. That means I legally need 6 volunteers every time we travel out of here. It's 10 per person. I technically count as a chaperone, but I'm going to be busy. I sometimes have to step out away from the band to check registration and speak with other directors. So I need, for almost all of our traveling events and tournaments, need 6 chaperones. I need nurses. We are a physical sport. I need cooks, or if you know, a caterer, because we want to provide food from breakfast to dinner for these kids. Our tournaments, we're now going to try to stay all day so the kids can understand what it means to see bigger bands. So not everyone can pay for food. It would be good if you guys are able to provide that. We need sewers. We need people who know how to sew and do costume, because all of our uniforms actually can expand in the back. They have extra clothing, and all we need is I need help unwinding it and then sewing it back up. We need event coordinators. We had a wonderful banquet at the end of the year, and that was all coordinated by our president, Cynthia Flores. She coordinated all of that, and all I had to think about was our end of the year concert, and it was a fantastic time. We need lawyers. If any of you are familiar with booster organization programs or the way of law, we're trying to recreate really, the band booster program. So I do need your help if you have that expertise. Again, we need metal workers, carpenters, artists, designers, anything that can help augment this show artistically. It really takes a group of unique people to create this community. I'll stop right there. I just want to ask the room. Is there any questions in the room? Are there any questions here? And if you don't want to speak, you can simply type in the chat and I'll monitor it. Or if you don't mind or don't care for recordings, you can speak now. Very good. Okay. Oh, question?
Hello.
Hello, Wendy. Yes, Wendy.
Not a question, but where I work, I pass by this old, I don't know, like a warehouse, and I see these like old circus equipment stuff, and not too much. I don't know how much stuff they have, but it's where with the elephants back then in the days when there was elephants, they would put they would post them on it, on that circle thing that looks where
Platform.
you'd put the elephant on. Do you know what? Yeah, that platform. So I can see a few of them and they look like if they're old, so I want to stop by and see what they have. Maybe they have other things there, and I don't know. So I'm gonna do that for you guys or for us all and see what they have. Maybe they have other stuff. Maybe they're willing to donate or side. I'll ask them everything.
Wendy, thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I need because I didn't know that. And it saves us time in recreating that. So if you have something, me as well as our student band council who controls our money technically, what we can do, Wendy, is we can reimburse you for any payment needed. You just don't pay for it yet. Just kind of look at it and get back to us and we'll begin the paperwork. The second thing we can do is we technically have a tax ID number. So I know a lot of businesses love that tax ID number. It technically is the Hilltop ASB, but because our funds are within the ASB, it still counts directly to us. So it still helps. So again, we can offer you a tax ID and we can offer you in the way of paying you back. Forget the word. Just don't purchase it yet as we need to go through a whole system first. Then we can give you the okay. Then we'll be able to reimburse you very easily. Thank you, Wendy. Please inquire about that. That would be,
Yes.
that's going to be good.
Yes, we'll do it. I'll take some photos and stuff and see what we could do. I'll get you some answers this week.
Fantastic. Okay, I'll move on. Because
I have a quick question about there's two
go ahead, Cynthia.
December 3rd, Starlight Parade and one of the concerts, I think.
Cynthia, you said, let me recheck. You have a question about Starlight and one of the concerts? Was that your question? I'm sorry, I did not catch that, Cynthia. Okay, speak to me back again towards the end or type in the chat. I did not catch your question. Okay. Continuing on. Okay, so here's the big thing that some people are scared at. Finances. Here's the cool thing. Recap of last year. Last year, this band started with $2,913. What we ended with is $6,342.19. Fundraising $7,731.87. Spending $4,302.71. Basically, thanks to all the hard work of our fundraisers, the hard work and donations from our parents during concerts, we have gained $3,429.16. That is an absolute miracle. That is fantastic. That is how we should operate. That is how we should operate as these costs can line up. And as we gain more kids, the more expensive our show gets, meaning shows, they look at complexity, but more importantly, they look at, oh, you have this many students. Now we charge you specifically what? Also, here is a rundown specifically of what we've been paying. So starting from the top, marching show, our show of Greatest Showman cost us $1,600. Here's the catch. That number is actually going to increase now because now we have 59 performers. We now need to pay additionally $30 more per student. Not too much, but just understand that just to perform a show, to get all its rights, to get all the drill written, and to get all the music and staff to create it is over $1,000. We have also spent money on color guard percussion and uniform management, which was $1,000. We also had to pay for registration, which is $1,100, and that actually was out of my own pocket. So we must now try to take an account for that. We also approximately spent $300 on the banquet. That can change, of course, depending how big the banquet you want. And we were trying to save money for transportation to an amusement park. The goal was to have at least $3,500 at the end of the year so we can say that, oh, we can pay to go to an amusement park. So I'll show that a little later. So this is where I need to get into the weeds. I will reiterate again that your student does not have to pay in order to participate in these events. By California law, I cannot deny any student because they have not paid to do these events. But please understand, if we don't have money to do it, we can't go. And it is the reality of the situation. So this is right now, I'm just going to show it. We need each student to pay $250. Again, you don't have to, your student does not have to, but in order to have a successful year, this is the rundown. So here we go. For this year alone, this is our projected cost per student. 1, transportation and field trips. So amusement parks, the ticket alone costs something. The transportation alone costs something. On average, it's $250. If you would like to check in with other directors or programs, $250 is actually average that even Olympian or Otay Ranch or even Benita pay. There are also additional costs because these are equipment that's supposed to be your kids. Band shoes. We want you guys to have our nice black band shoes, and we will purchase it, go through the system, but we do need around $37 per student. This year, we are adding 2 awesome pieces of equipment. One is a band jacket. So I don't believe in varsity jackets. I believe everyone gets a jacket which can be customized to put patches and everything you want. What's cool about this jacket? It's got your name and your instrument and the logo of the band all stitched in. And it's functional, keeps you warm. You could do whatever you want with it. Varsity jackets, I don't think you can do much. So that jacket is $30. We also want to purchase performance polos. These are simply collared shirts with breathable material because these kids shouldn't be having to wear uniforms all the time. We want to be able to perform outside more, and it takes a lot of time and money to clean these expensive uniforms. So to get away from using our uniforms, we need kids to buy polos, and those are $18. We are estimating that each student needs to at least pay for $335 in order to be fully prepared for the program. The jacket and the polos, definitely important, as well as the shoes, definitely important. If we cannot have you paying for those 3 essential things, it's not that they can't perform in the event, it's just that they're going to have to wear either a Lancer sweater and it's going to stand out from the rest of the band. The jacket is equally important because after they're done performing, I want them to enjoy the show. I want them to go around and other schools get to see, hey, that's Hilltop's color. Because other than Montgomery and maybe Mar Vista, we're the only one that has a nice deep color green in our jacket. So again, you don't need to pay for all this, parents, but in order to have a really fun, fantastic year, please help pay for this for your student. And I have sent a letter to everyone. So if you haven't gotten this already, I sent this particular letter out to all students. It looks like this. It's called Donation and Fundraising at the very top. But what's more important is the very bottom. So yesterday, I gave all students this piece of paper that has a cutout slip at the bottom, and I also gave them an envelope. I asked each student to, even if they're paying everything or paying nothing, they need to submit all this information so we can begin making the orders right away. Again, we will try to pay all the costs, but we do need your help in paying for the shirts, the jackets, and then the polos. Now
Mr.
here's the thing.
Corpus,
Oh, yes, Wendy, yes, go ahead.
the jacket, is it a windbreaker or like a jacket? Because Daniel asked me about sizes and I wasn't too sure what type of material.
It is a windbreaker specifically. It is a windbreaker, so it has that kind of I don't want to say plastic, but that kind of sheen on it. The inside is lined with a very comfortable, soft cotton, not cotton, but kind of fabric that makes it comfortable on the inside. It's a really good jacket, like really good. So some of you are concerned. You can write a check. You can right away write a check of $335 and your student is good. But let's give your students ownership. Let's say, hey, You gotta pay for some things yourselves. So we have for you 3 fundraisers, big ones that we do. And this is all in the same letter. Right away, we are looking into August and September. We're going to start our very first fundraiser, which is the cookie dough fundraiser. Simply, kids are to go around showing a catalog of items, and then they get those orders. The person doesn't have to pay yet. We make the orders, and the cookie dough comes to us, and then the students go back to those same people, and then they give the cookie dough and collect the money. We get 40% of that. We earned, I believe, $2,000 from that, so it was very successful. We are once again trying to start up the chocolate bar fundraiser. If you've never done this before, simply every student is given a big box of world's finest chocolate bars, $1 each, and bam, go sell and give us back the proceeds. We get 50% of the proceeds back, so it's really nice. But here is our most successful one, earning us $4,000. And that was the SnapRaise fundraiser. If you've never done SnapRaise, it's simply a GoFundMe account where students are asked to provide 10 different emails to people who would donate and fund this GoFundMe account. It's fun in the fact that if you fund a certain amount of money, you actually get something back. You actually get apparel, from socks to shirts to even big gym bags. We get 80% of the money from that. So that earned us $4,000. Altogether, these fundraisers can absolutely pay for your child. Each pay for just the cost of going up to $335. So you can either cut a check or have your student really work on these fundraisers. I am seeing my time, and so I am going to close off with this. The return, how much money we gained back. So we fundraised $7,737. Oh, the snap, 80% back. So that's really good. So we want to take these kids to Disneyland. That is like the biggest. It is a tradition for every program to take their students to an amusement park. And of course, it is to do something musical. There is a fantastic recording session that they do at the back of Disneyland. It's really cool. They're given music and they play movie music from a Disney piece. Really cool effect. And what's cool is they get to enjoy the day of Disneyland. They're also going to do a bit of a festival performance at a different school to compete for a rating. So I am planning an all-day event at Disneyland. So that is why we need a ton of money. If we are able to pay this $250 expense, this is only the most expensive amusement park in California. After that, it will get cheaper. We will not do Disneyland every year. It's impossible. We will definitely go to other places, but at least while your kid is here for hopefully at least 4 years, if they're starting as a freshman, they will at least have gone to Disneyland once. Okay, that is the goal. So to close off, here are the last upcoming events for the month of August, and I do need your help. August 3rd, 10-17, these are Wednesday night practice. If you are a sewer or know how to unwind and sew back up and mark on uniforms to see where you need to sew, we definitely need your help as these kids are growing. And we are going to need that to make sure it fits nice and snug as they work. August 6th, we have our first band bonding event. So that's this Saturday. This Saturday, the kids are going to come together. They're going to spend a full day cleaning the room, but also having fun games together. So they get to learn to deal with each other, honestly. So they get to feel that they can have fun together before we fully get into work mode. So I need people that can serve. We are having different sections responsible for food. Woodwinds are doing breakfast. Brass is doing lunch. Percussion is doing dinner. Color guard is doing drinks. Please ask your student what are they bringing so they can report it to their section leader. On August 19 and 26, those are our football games this month. We do need people to help with water and to serve water. So if you can please buy us big Costco containers of water so we can continuously make sure these kids are hydrated as they perform out. They won't be in uniforms on the 19th, but on the 26th they will. That means that we have specialized squeeze bottles because they can't always look up because of their uniforms. And lastly, a parent is not needed, but this is an announcing that we will have what we call a music and arts rental event. I will be having a representative from a company called Music and Arts, and they're going to show you how you can rent or purchase an instrument. There's nothing better than having your child have agency over an instrument. While my school instruments are fair in quality, to have something of your own gives ownership and gives you a friend to go through making music. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. There's 3 things I just need to show you. One is this. Yeah. One is this. If you would like to help, please, oh, I should not have done that. Please scan this code. I will also put this out in the email as this video recording finishes up and I send it out. This is a Google Sheet where's the parent one? Yeah. This is a Google Sheet that will take you to this where you can right away sign up for upcoming events. So right away, you can sign up right now for the August 6th band bonding event if you are available. So please scan this code. Another thing is I communicate through Jupyter Infinite Campus, but the best form of communicating to me is something called Band App. Band App is an application where where you can post, where you can communicate with others without having to share your phone number directly, and you can also speak to me. That way we can communicate. You can also on the fly to prepare or during the event. So it's called Band App. If you have any questions after today's meeting, please scan this. I'll go back to it. Please scan this. On the left is my email. On the right is our Facebook page. Please like us so we can gain some traction. I thank you so much, everyone. If you're still here, you could stick around so I can answer questions. I'm just going to cut off the recording so I can stay with 30 minutes and allow people who want to speak to speak. Thank you. And again, if you would like to see me, write me on my email. Thank you. Thank you to those watching this video. Bye. And stop recording. Fantastic. Okay.